Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Sinister
Hi,
Sinema.
everybody.
What day is it today? Day 8?
Day 157 of 31 Days of Horror.
Yeah, I think it's day 8. October 8th, day 8. Yeah, we got a guest here today, Cody, joining us. Because Maniac's his favorite movie of all time.
And it fucking weirds me out a little bit.
And that's what we're gonna be talking about. He's wearing his Robert De Niro jacket.
From Taxi Driver.
Yep.
He just got back from Nam.
Yeah, so hope everybody's doing good. How are you doing, Cody? I haven't seen you in a little while.
I am doing well. I watched this movie back to back with Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer, and
Damn, dude, that's
it's been a long day.
Yeah. Oh, you watched them today?
Yeah.
Oh,
well,
wow.
I've seen Maniac prior, but yeah.
Dude, Henry, that's another one.
Is it?
Hey, Mr. Monkey.
Is it weird though to think about like this one obviously is not real, and
Yeah.
Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer is very real.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like kind of a stark contrast, I guess.
Yeah, weird. I mean, rooted in, like, you know, obviously the same I guess macabre, kind of sick and creepy, but
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, I you know, it's
I bet you listen to the band Macabre.
I don't even think I've heard him.
They're called. You'd probably think they're called macabre.
No.
A lot of
Okay.
people do. Yeah, Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer. Chris.
Otis.
Chris is alive.
Yeah, he's which one was it? Henry or Otis that killed the kid from that he did that show, and they kidnapped his son. They found his kid without a head, so he started up that show,
America's Most Wanted.
America's Most Wanted.
Oh, they apparently they
John.
they think it's or they it's possible. I mean, I don't know if it's real, obviously, but there's like a conspiracy that it could be Dahmer that did it because he was in Florida around that time or something like that.
Oh, they killed his.
Yeah,
kid?
that actually killed that kid. Yeah.
Wow.
So what
That's
you're saying
crazy.
is his kid was gay?
For real.
I thought he only. I thought he just met other men. Dahmer. I haven't watched the Dahmer
Well,
series.
he did kill that younger kid, who was like that Laotian kid who was like 14 or whatever.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That was the one that like got out and then
The cops saw
He
him.
had
Yeah.
a fucking drill hole in the back of his head.
yeah.
And the cops are like, "You need to go home, young man. Where do you live?
Yeah.
Why are you in your underwear?"
Yeah.
Yeah. Very bizarre.
Yeah.
Very bizarre.
Wow.
That's a miss all the way around there.
Yeah. I mean, there's multiple misses on, but
Crazy, man. Crazy talk. These fucking people are crazy.
Yeah, I always liked Maniac. I watched it when I was younger, you know, several times, but I also rewatched it a couple days ago
Yeah.
just to, you know, give the refresh. And man, like by today's standards, I don't know if people would freak out, but man, I mean, you read what critics wrote about this thing and they freaked out.
yeah, I actually didn't read anything that was written up like by a critic, so I'm definitely interested to see if you guys have anything like that was specifically said.
Oh yeah, I'm sure we can look some of that stuff up.
Dig something up.
pretty quick. Hey Percio, you missed it last night. We made
Chinchilla juice?
chinchilla. No,
Someone's been
whatever
up since
your drink is.
4:30. I'm right
Oh,
there. I've
it's
been up
Mr.
since 5.
Mr. Monkey's been up since 4:30 fixing
So
watermelon
drunk, but
breaks.
here I am watching your show.
That's great.
Cheers.
Chronicler, what's up? How you doing?
What's up?
Thanks for chatting.
See.
Oh, so we're just going to be talking about some movies tonight, or a movie. 1980 classic Maniac. I think it won Film of the Year,
I think so.
Best
yeah.
drama.
Tell him, Cody. Tell him what the favorite part of this.
Well, this
The favorite part of the DVD cover for Cody is.
yeah, this cover actually won Hog of the Year, if you can see it right there.
It's They gave him a very large bulge.
It's like fucking ridiculous. Like going through life with that thing would be like difficult.
I'm just going to say
Yeah.
that cover makes zero sense to me for the movie. Like a lot, I mean, I guess there's someone murdered.
Oh, Cody loved the hog.
Yeah.
Oh wait, the movie or the hog?
Did you like it? You got to be more specific.
Yeah, I love this movie. It's see, no
Yep,
shots.
There it is.
Yeah.
We're just drinking straight
We
up
got
vodka tonight.
Whopper shots tonight.
Whopper shots.
Oh, the drinks. Duh.
Yeah.
I forgot we were talking about the drinks. Oh my god.
Oh, yeah.
That was the
Yes.
best drink I've had in a while. It's like my new favorite drink.
Yeah, man, it is so good. I mean, it's just lime sugar and cachaca.
What is it?
It's Caparina.
Caparina. No, I've never had it.
I'll make you one. I mean, I went through like a bag of limes to make 3, so
It was literally ice, limes, and like that much drink in the
It was tart.
beverage.
it was tart. But it has enough sugar to mellow out. It's like really good limeade with sugarcane liquor in it.
Oh, okay.
Brazilian.
Okay.
Persio is in Brazil. So he
okay.
asked us if we had ever heard of it. So I went on a hunt and found a place that actually sold the liquor.
Mhm.
And then I looked up some recipes, like some authentic recipes, and yeah, it was really good. It's gonna
Chronicler 108 asked. It did come out in 1980.
yeah,
In
it came
1980.
out in 1980. There was a remake of it a few years ago with Elijah Wood.
I can't see it. I can't see Spider-Man playing that role.
And you're thinking of
You're thinking of
Harry Potter.
Frodo.
Oh, it's the Harry Potter guy.
Frodo. Yeah, so that one I haven't seen it yet, but I want to. Have you seen it? Did you watch it, Cody?
Oh, I have not. I've not seen it. no.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna
Just
try to
this one.
watch it.
Man, I was at the Texas Frightmare in Dallas
Mhm.
at the Mondo before Mondo became like fucking selling out every movie poster.
Yeah.
Like
When
nobody
you could-
even knew these guys. So I went up there and it was packed. The convention was packed and I went up to their table. Nobody was buying their stuff. They were just sitting there and they had the Maniac remake poster.
the one that I
The one where-
posted today.
Yeah, where it has her head,
Yeah.
her scalp flying off. That's where I got the Thing poster. Like they had limited run of 50 on the Thing.
Wow.
And a limited run of 50 on those. And I was like, should I get it? No, I'm not going to get it. The remakes, dude, that poster is so expensive now.
Yeah.
I mean, I would not sell it.
All of them are.
It's
all,
just a
all
good
those things are.
investment. Like posters, man, they're a good investment.
So, this movie is about a schizophrenic psychopath, son of a
Bitch.
whore, literally, murderer. Really? That wraps it up. We
Yeah.
can go home.
Yeah, he's Joe Spinelli. How do you say his last name?
Spinelli.
Joe
Spinell?
Spinell.
Spinell.
But it might
Spinell.
as well be Spinelli.
Yeah.
Yeah, well-
Joe Spinell.
He
Throw
does
some
such a
spice on
good
it.
fucking job.
Yeah.
He's so fucking. I mean, he's dead, so
Yeah.
he's so disgusting in this movie. Sweaty and
Yeah.
pity, and his hair's all fucking natty. And
Yeah, he's the only one who
but he
did-
was super nice. I followed him on my face a long time ago, and he wished me a happy birthday.
So Joe Spinell plays Frank Zito, who is the main character of the show, who is the maniac. Who Joe Spinell was this was further in his career, which is weird because he was in like The Godfather, Godfather 2. Like, I mean, he was in
Taxi driver.
Taxi Driver. He was in a lot
Don't
of stuff.
forget Nighthawks.
Nighthawks.
Is it Nighthawk?
Yeah, so he was in a lot of big
Best Sylvester
stuff,
Stallone movie ever.
and he was kind of,
Oh, yeah, okay.
he was like that wise guy, kind of typecasted wise guy. But I mean, he didn't stay that for his whole career, but he actually had good, you know, movies under his belt, and then he made this,
Credits,
which, you know, I like as a horror fan. But I mean, this is one of those movies that Siskel and Ebert like freaked out when it came out. Like, I mean, they like basically were petitioning against it. Like,
Yeah,
I think
this is what I want to read.
yeah. So,
reviews. But I have here that Frank Zito's the only guy who could sweat in a New York winter.
yeah, yeah. So
he's so gross.
yeah,
it's
plays.
real. That's one thing that I really love about this movie. Like, I love a good, like, really good sleazy movie. And this really, I mean, anything Bill Lustig does, I think is generally really sleazy and is going to portray like 70s, 80s New York.
Yeah.
Exactly how you want to see it. You know, grimy prostitutes, the deuce.
It reminded me like of a dirty, grittier Taxi Driver.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you could smell this movie.
Yeah. I mean, it's like
his fucking car, everything's just grimy.
Yeah, William Lustig, Bill Lustig, he is mostly known as a producer. He's produced like tons of horror documentaries and like kind of behind the scene little mini documentaries. But before he made this movie, like right before he made this movie, he was directing porn. So this
is like one step below porn.
I think this might only be like his second movie outside of porn, and like really early, and he paid for most of it out of his pocket.
A lot of it was shot guerrilla style.
Yeah, they didn't pay for any permits for this thing. They were like, we can't afford permits. They had a strict $300,000 budget, and hey Dane, how you doing?
What's up,
dude?
dude?
And the funny thing is he makes
that explains the hog.
He makes what do you say? That explains the hog. Yep, that explains the hog. He does make a cameo in this movie. He's the hotel.
Is it crack and sniff?
He works at the hotel counter, and he sells a room to Joe Spinell and the first hooker he kills.
Yeah.
And then he's in Maniac Cop also as a
hotel
desk guy.
Yeah. So he made all of the Maniac Cop series as well, which is basically this same movie but a cop who goes crazy because he's like,
you know, that dude in Maniac Cop. He's
Robert Z'Dar.
He has the largest chin.
Yeah, that chin looks like a bar of soap.
He's like the real dad from American Dad.
Yeah.
Crimson Chin or whatever.
It's crazy. It's a crazy fucking chin.
But he Bill Lustig was a porn director, and like they were trying to keep this thing super low. I think he actually had a big one. There was one that specifically.
He had a big one.
I thought you meant he had an actual big one.
There's
for real.
I don't know which one it is, but he one of the ones he made right before this like made enough money that's what helped put the money towards this.
Finance.
And then Joe Spinell put a lot of the money towards it as well. And then they had another partner who was an Italian film producer that it's his wife that at the time, that's who put the bulk of the money, but she's the one that plays the main.
Anna,
yeah.
Caroline Monroe.
Yeah, so her husband was the main producer who gave him the final funding, like something like $150,000 of the 300. So, and his whole thing was, my wife's an actress, she needs to be in it.
Yeah, and it definitely feels like that was like her introduction, Caroline Monroe's character introduction to the movie is very like they definitely threw that in there.
Yeah, and it's cool. Like Tom Savini is
Disco Boy.
He's in it for a very short period, which is funny because it says co-starring. But
he probably asked for look, I'll do it cheap, but I want a co-star.
Yeah, so he did the makeup in it, and that's after he had already come off of Dawn of the Dead.
Dude, he came out and said he went overboard
on this movie. Yeah,
dude, there's a fucking scalp scene in that motherfucker that's just like crazy. It looks so real.
Yeah,
And
there's
I think he had finally gotten the blood down.
like the color of the blood.
The color of the blood.
His own blood
he
formula,
still regrets the color of the blood on Dawn of the Dead. Like, he wishes they would redo it like in
that
4K
shit was
and
red.
recolorize it.
I had heard some like interview where he talked about that the colorization was wrong on the film or something like that.
So Jamie asked which one was she. She was Anna, his love interest, the photographer.
Make no goddamn sense to me.
Who he spends from the second act on with.
Yeah, and so it's really weird because it takes a minute to catch on, but like time is really jumping. Like, this isn't like a 2-day period. This is like, this movie takes place over what I presume is like several months.
So what was interesting to me, like when the movie opens, it's him acting out a kill between a woman and a man who are sleeping on the beach. But then after he's done killing the man, he wakes up and like it's. So I was wondering if you guys thought it was, let's see, a nightmare of the murder, or if it was a flashback, or if it was a nightmare of the real murder that he committed.
I think it was a real murder he committed.
But if it was, why would he kill a man? He would only go after women.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, do you think that he was having
I think so. I think that's what I think. I mean,
you think it was a nightmare?
Or if
why would he kill a guy? Like, I mean, maybe just to get to the girl.
Because he's a maniac.
Yeah, but he was only after girls.
Yeah, it was in the newspaper. He had a clipping of it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
I didn't catch that one.
Yeah.
But
that was
that
actually
was pretty interesting. Though.
That scene was also based from Jaws, the opening scene of Jaws.
Oh, I saw that.
Oh, they wanted to rip it.
Like the stalking.
ripped it.
And you know what?
Classic exploitation.
So I read some interviews with William Lustig.
Okay.
And he really wanted to make this like an Italian film. So when it opens, it's very like giallo, like that. You know, like you see like the gloves and the knife, and you don't see the killer, and you kind of think like, oh, is this going to be like a you don't know who the killer is kind of movie?
Kind of like who done it?
But he wanted to pay a lot of tribute to that. He actually tried to get Goblin on the soundtrack.
Oh, yeah.
Oh wow.
And you know, they didn't do it. It ended up being this guy Jay Chataway. He's done other stuff too, and but that's who ended up doing it. It's crazy. Like, they shot the whole thing on 16 millimeter. They, and then had to like blow it up. Hey, Timmer. Yeah, so
Joe was the man.
Yeah, so they shot the whole thing on 16 millimeter, and then had to upscale it to 35 to show it in the theaters.
Yeah.
Like I said, they shot it all guerrilla. No, tried to skip budgets.
They had to literally like run from the cops sometimes.
Yeah, there was when they do the head exploding scene was when I read
that's where they ran from the cops.
Yeah, so they couldn't. They mentioned what it was. There's some law that you can't shoot a gun within the city limits or something like that. And as soon as they
that shit was loud.
They blew it off. They immediately left, and then apparently they dumped that car because it smelled so bad from the.
They dumped it in the East River.
They dumped it in the river, and
the actual dummy. They already had a dummy prop made for it.
Mm-hmm.
It was the dummy prop they used in Dawn of the Dead, but it was so saturated full of blood and gore already that they had to retire it. Yeah. So they retired it by sticking it in the trunk of the car and fucking dumping it in the East River.
Yeah.
I wonder if anybody's gone down there to get that, because I fucking would.
Ridiculous. Like, I mean, it's so ridiculous to think like, let's just we're done with this. Let's just throw it in the river.
Yeah. And
I mean, it is in New York.
The exploding head was filled with like everything in the craft service table or something like that. Like
that shit. That effect for 80 is great.
And I saw a
Yeah, I mean it's the.
Oh yeah, let's become famous,
dude. I want to become famous.
5 followers,
dude.
Yeah.
How much do followers cost?
Wouldst thou like the tip deliciously?
Oh, that's one of our notes.
This tip deliciously.
There's bits of this in the subway identical to American Werewolf.
The
Jimmy,
subway.
Why did you ban them? We were gonna buy some followers.
We were gonna have thou tip deliciously.
The subway scene, which is great.
I think that has to be my favorite kill in the movie.
You know what's real messed up about the subway scene, though, and I can't believe they left it in when they were editing, is when she's on the platform and she's, like, afraid for her life, and the train pulls away, and the camera is, like, you know, is fading out. You know, I mean, the camera shows her standing there, and it goes back. Man, there are totally... You see all the extra... I mean, you see all the crew members. You see the cops that are protecting her, like, the actual real cops. You see, like, people just waiting on the train on the other side.
Oh, so they had permits for that scene.
Yeah, probably, because it was in the subway, probably. But I'm just like...
Sleazy.
I'm just like, man, they, like, fully... They fully did not even care. They thought that shot was so cool that they're like, we'll just leave all the crew members in it. Like, because, I mean, it is blatantly obvious, but... Yeah, you know, this movie was made on such a low budget from, you know, using porn stars as actresses, and, you know, the guy the art director that's in the shot going, we need to get going, like, this is time is money. That was his actual studio, and he was like, I'll give it to you for cheap if I can be in the movie. Like, I mean, just like
photo studio room.
Yeah,
that was his actual. He was an actual.
Just like, dude, they did anything they could to. I'm just surprised Tom Savini signed on to it for, like, you know. I mean, his budget at that time was probably usually what this entire movie cost.
Yeah,
So,
I think there's somewhere in there in the features it says, I think he did like, it was like 3 to 4 or 5,000 or something like that for this job.
Damn,
that's crazy.
Yeah.
And now looking at making Slipknot masks.
Hey, Timmer, did you said there's bits in the subway identical to American Werewolf? Are you saying like the shot, like the format of it and everything? They're just like
exploiting.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it would have been Maniac would have been before, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, technically.
Yeah, Maniac was before.
What was American? 83? 85?
Man, American Werewolf is great. Actually,
yeah.
I rewatched that recently. That and The Howling.
Oh man, The Howling.
The big argument, dude. What's the best werewolf transformation scene?
Oh man. Well, it's just so they're just so different. Like the werewolves look. I mean, The Howling werewolf transformation is great. I love it.
I love American. 81.
81. So right after.
Yeah. The Howling, I think, is the best transformation scene because, dude, like that hand looks so real when he's looking at it, and the nails come out.
Yeah.
And it's just like his face and his cheekbones.
I like American Werewolf for other reasons, like the dream sequences.
Yeah, the dream sequences are great.
Like jump scares, dude, old school.
The Nazi zombies, like dream sequences, amazing.
We got the toy right there. We can open it up when we're done with the show.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Shit.
I mean, we can open the box and look through the plastic. I think you guys are both wrong. I think the best number one...
I actually just read...
you better not talk about that.
I think the number one transformation scene...
I knew it.
In any movie...
Teen Wolf in the Restroom?
Yeah. Van Helsing.
Van Helsing?
Yeah. Van Helsing.
Pretty good. I thought you were gonna say Twilight. I was like, you better shut.
I just read Cycle of the Werewolf a couple days ago. That's Silver Bullets.
It's really short, right?
Yeah, it's really
short,
short.
Real short.
It's like 120 pages, but I mean, not every page has text on it. There's it's illustration and stuff.
Dude, I love Silver Bullet.
Silver Bullets, yeah, it's really cool.
I went and saw that in the theaters, and I was like, "Where's the other Corey?"
Take shots, then open the toy.
Dude,
that's all he talks about is shots.
It's
like his thing.
Wait, see. Dude, no, we're not like that. He's talking about taking shots in the mouth.
Oh yeah, from this hog.
A fucking hog right there. Story of my life, Mr. Monkey Too Short.
So there's a scene in Maniac. It's when he goes up to the two prostitutes at the beginning, and so they offer him $25 is regular, $50 is French and regular, $75 she'll take you round the world. 100, you get the ultimate. My question is, what do you guys think is the ultimate?
Comes with cheese.
They don't talk about what the ultimate is, and even one of the hookers says, hookers even says, what did he think the ultimate was? You know, and she was like, it was something I'd never seen before, or something like that, and I'm just like, Well, then what the fuck's the ultimate?
The ultimate is your scalp gets taken off.
Yeah, the ultimate is you get murdered on a bed in a dirty hotel room.
Also, what's French and regular, though? Can we backtrack on that?
You get to
Menage a
kiss?
twat.
French and regular?
Kissing? I don't
There's a
know.
lot of pastries involved.
Oh, fuck yeah. Croissants up the old fucking cooter. Maybe.
Cop when his dick explodes.
Oh man, that's
You know,
that is the ultimate.
I've never seen Wolf Cop.
I haven't seen it either.
Timmer's fucking.
Have you guys seen Night of the Demon?
Yeah.
It's the Sasquatch movie where the guy gets his dick ripped off.
The demon. No, I haven't.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Do you have it?
I don't have it physically. No, I streamed it on Night Flight. Has it?
Man, there are so many stupid streaming channels now.
Yeah, but I feel like ones that Arrow and Shudder are probably the two that are essential.
Do you have Arrow yet?
I have Arrow, yeah.
Have you seen Two Witches yet?
I have seen Two Witches.
What'd you
Don't
think?
say shit, but is it good?
Um,
I mean, you can say shit about.
look, I gave it 3 stars, and 3 stars for
Out
me.
of what? 3 stars out of how many?
5.
Okay, that's good.
And
I'm
for
sorry,
me,
I'm yelling.
No, it's okay.
Doug
yeah.
said I sounded like a little fucking sissy boy the other day, and I
I
feel
did not say
terrible.
that.
3 stars for me is like I liked it. I enjoyed the movie. It wasn't like super great or anything, but I thought it was fun. I think it's a little too long to be honest, but yeah.
Is it creepy?
Terrifier
Did you
2.
get creepy? Like at night when you're laying there and you're like,
There's definitely some cool scares in it. And yeah, I would definitely recommend watching it. Super dark, obviously, but it's fun. It's not terrible or anything, but I liked it.
Yeah,
it's not like you wake up after seeing Hereditary and seeing. What's
No,
her
it's
name's
not
head,
that scary. It's not that scary.
and then you wake up and you see a head in the corner. You're like, oh shit! And you try like, oh, it's not the little girl's head. It's my aunt's head that I just decapitated.
Yeah, I mean, after watching Hereditary, I heard like subconsciously for months. That's the only movie I feel like that has genuinely like creeped me out in
Yeah,
a long
because
time.
it's not a jump scare. It's like,
It's a
I
slow
say this
burn.
all the
It's a
time.
slow
You're
burn.
like, there's something over there.
Yeah.
You're in the theater literally going, there is something right there. You can see somebody's white arm.
yeah. Duh. So messed up.
So, how much would you guys pay for the Ultimate?
I wouldn't pay over $10.
I wouldn't pay.
Oh wait, ultimate cheeseburger from Jack in the Box?
Yeah.
I told you it comes with double cheese and bacon. That's the ultimate. So they wrapped a slice of bacon around his fucking hog.
Yeah.
Yeah. The
Man.
Chronicler.
A little extra. Yeah.
It's Night of the Demons they remade.
What?
They asked, wasn't there a remake of Night of the Demons? All right.
Oh,
It's Night of the
yeah,
Demons that they remade.
it's weird how the name is so similar. Night of the Demon, and then there's just the plural, Night of the Demons.
Yeah.
Yeah, ultimate like happy ending. Yeah. That's
Well, I mean,
what they're offering.
Yeah, he was with a hooker. So
We're trying to figure
Dude,
out
wait,
what
that-
the ultimate is.
And
here.
also that scene,
That's the first or the second kill of the movie,
that scene,
not including the dream sequence kill.
That scene, he played it off so well. He's all like, how much?
I got
And
money.
then he's all, I got...
Which he was apparently during the. I watched the special features and that's when he's interacting with Bill Lustig over the counter and paying him for the room, and apparently he was like writing him notes and sliding it to him like jokes, and he was saying like that's just how Joe Spinell was throughout making the movie, and just a real jokester.
Oh, shit.
Dang, Cody doesn't even know about this.
The rub and tug.
No. Mr. Monkey redeemed Wigifius. He used his baby teeth to...
Redeemed Wigifius?
Are you confused?
Yeah.
Just show him.
Is that a racist?
No, you got... you got to reach in here. You're not supposed to look.
Oh.
You just got to reach in.
Whatever you pull out, you have to eat.
Oh, man. Wigify.
There's you got to put on the wig.
Oh, okay.
Carlos?
Oddly enough, there's a scene when
And it's funny because
Frank Zito pulls a scalp out of like it's just like this gnarly bag, and it's just almost like this.
The same one I had last time. That's like just the luck of the draw.
you know what sucks, Cody?
Yeah.
Doug looks fucking great in every wig he puts on.
Oh, really? All right, man. You guys are about to get the ultimate.
These are what the ladies that offer the ultimate wear.
Yeah.
I look like Run Lola Run. I gotta get to the phone booth.
This is like.
Carlos is over there like combing his.
Well, I have to look good for my fucking
You got the
clients. They're about to get the ultimate.
Carlos. I think that's my favorite one.
Yeah, well, I actually only do French and regular.
Even would you do the ultimate for 200?
Oh, for sure.
You know what's crazy? So they go to the room, and he's like,
I fucking can never do this.
Yeah.
just pull it down a little more in the back.
That's the ultimate.
So they go to the room.
No shit, fucking multipass
Lilu
over there.
Lilu Dallas multipass.
Fucking multipass. Dude,
So
I look like fucking Sailor Moon as a drag queen.
Sailor drag. So
Oh, yeah.
they go to the room, and he's already given her the money for the ultimate, and then he's like, "No, leave your clothes on. You can dance like a model, or act like a model." So then it's like she asked for more money. He's already paid for the ultimate, and she can't even act like a model without wanting more money, right? Like, doesn't she ask for more money?
I think so.
Or is he just offering? He just pulls it out and says, "I have plenty of money."
Yeah. And then she says, what does she say? She says this line. She's like, fuck. I can't remember what she says.
I think he offered more. I think so too.
Or, yeah.
He was just offering more because he was like, "Well, I'm going to take it back
I
anyway."
forget a lot because I think I'm watching a porn and I keep waiting for them to just start banging like fucking depraved fucking rabid rabbits.
Well, I mean, she was probably a hooker in real life. I mean, a porn star in real life.
A sex worker.
Sex worker.
You can't call you can only call them hookers when they're dead.
Fuck
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Well, she was a hooker then at the end.
It says, I think he offered more. I think you're right.
Yeah. So, the crazy thing is, like, you go and you see this guy. He's obviously like super fucked, and his house is all like claustrophobic and small, and he's like, he's got crazy pictures of some woman all over the wall that you're like, who is this crazy? Like, he's obsessed over someone, at the first, before you find out. And he's got these mannequins in there, and they've got blood all over them, and you're like,
that
what
fucking
the
place
fuck?
stinks.
Dude, that's what I was kind of wondering. Is like, his neighbors seem to like him, but I would feel like it would smell like dead people in there. But
it would smell.
And then like it cuts to him. How does he actually meet Anna? I can't remember.
She's taken a photo.
Oh yeah, he fucking stalks her.
Yeah, he's in a park. She's in the park taking photos, and he
looks at her luggage tag.
Yeah, but she takes a photo of him like with
You look like my
kid,
mom.
a kid riding like a
I
bike.
hated my mom.
Yeah.
But so he walks over and looks at her bag and looks at her address, and then he just shows up to her house and is like, "Hey, you took a picture of me today in the park."
Totally acceptable in the 80s.
But she's like, "Oh yeah, I took a picture of you in the park." Not like, "How did you find my address?
What the fuck are you doing here?
How did you get here?"
Also, it just kind of comes in too.
Yeah, it just kind of comes in. They're like 10 minutes later, they're on a date.
Timmer said Joe was going to give her a quarter pounder with cheese.
Yeah, he did. He bought her some Italian food.
The ultimate. Yeah, it's crazy how she's almost seemed charmed by him, which I thought was really interesting.
Well, he also changed, like, and that's where I'm like, oh, he's a schizophrenic, like, or he's got split personalities, because that personality, he's like charming and nice and everything, and he's like eloquent, and he's like, talking.
This movie's so misunderstood.
He talks good.
It's truly a love story if you really get down to the core of it.
But he, and he's doing really good with her. And
it's about mother and son love.
And through the last two acts, like where he's with her and she's, up until the very end, he's just treating her really well, and they're going on multiple dates. Like, I mean, when they went to a funeral together, they like, they're talking about things that happened off camera as if, it's been several weeks or several months, you know, since they've known each other. And yeah, it's weird. It's weird kind of how you kind of have to, you don't really know what the timeline is, you know, like has it been a week, has it been a month, you know, but because they seem like they're actually getting together, like they're being together really well. And
yeah,
you know.
it's definitely it's an interesting relationship between the two.
And when he's, you know, whenever he goes out and he comes back after a murder, he comes in and in his head you hear the more eloquent him saying, why are you doing this? Why did you go out and do this? And then whenever he's out as the good, you know, the good him, you can hear the maniac voice every once in a while saying stuff about, you know, his mom and like fucked up whatever weird shit he's talking about in his head, you know.
Yeah.
So he's definitely got some kind of like split personality going on. And you know, and one of them is definitely fucking nuts.
Yeah, from what it seems like, he definitely took the character. He was trying to take the character even further from what I read, and Savini said that Spinell wanted to actually bite a pussy off.
What?
In the movie, yeah, but they told him he could not do that. Savini, for some reason, wasn't down.
He's like, I'm not crafting a vagina.
He specifically wanted to bite a clit off. That's what he said. Dang. And this is in the special features. He talks about it. Tom Savini specifically says it, but he says like a lady part and kind of censors himself.
Throw some chewing gum down there.
Yeah, I don't
stretch it a little bit, rip it away.
Ugh.
Which would have been really crazy if they did that.
I mean, this thing
it's
nobody
so
really does
crazy to me how this was on a billboard when it came out.
Yeah, imagine that.
Yeah, in LA.
So this hog was about 5 feet,
50 feet high, and 6 feet long.
Probably bigger, like 8 feet.
8 feet. Yeah.
That it was so bad that the people went up there and painted it over it white.
Oh yeah, there was like crazy moral outrage over this movie, like all around the world. They ban it, I think, in Germany. I think Germany ban it. Like they started.
Oh yeah, it took a while for them to unban.
Yeah, they started. They didn't even go to the MPAA because they knew it would get a rated X. So they were just like, we're just going to release it
unrated. And then they finally were like, you know what? They finally rated it X.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Okay. They're like, we're not asking for a rating. They're like, oh no, we're just going to give you one. Don't worry. And then what was the other? What was that called when they were
the 80s were
in England, where they were like just like anything that was like
video nasties?
Yeah. So like it wasn't actually part of the list of video nasties,
which is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, you can go back and look at that list, and they were just going and taking stuff off the shelf and being like, this is, you know, morally obscene or whatever.
They're doing that today with books.
I know.
They don't even give a shit about the
happens over and over. So they did that. They didn't officially add this one, but they were still grabbing this one and taking it. And then Siskel and Ebert.
Siskel walked out immediately after the shotgun blast.
Yeah, like he didn't even make it 20 minutes. He said there's no way this movie could redeem itself. You know, and then they also had, or was that Ebert? Ebert's the mad one. He's always mad.
No, he was Siskel.
And then they had in...
He was the one that had the throat cancer or the mouth cancer.
Yeah, and then New York, they were actually rented digital signage in, like, at street level, and were just playing the gore.
Oh, wow,
just like playing it as like part of the thing, and that, you know, created...
On the TVs, right?
Yeah, on the TVs, like in the windows.
Incredible.
And that, like, created a whole new crazy, you know, it was like, there is no good reviews you can find on this thing from the 80s. Like, everyone hated it. And I don't think, you know, I don't know. It was crazy because now it's been placed on Esquire, Paste. Like, there's been, like, magazines that have it in their top horror movies of all time. This listed on a bunch of lists for top horror movies of all time. So it's like, it's weird that, you know, did these people not like horror? You know, I just watched the Siskel and Ebert last night, actually, where they did Poltergeist and E.T. And this, man, they hated Poltergeist. There's no redeeming thing. This is a terrible story. And I'm kind of like, maybe they just don't like horror. You know, maybe they like don't like horror, or they can't understand it, like what it's trying to say.
Yeah, it seems like there's they only care about high art. Low art is like, you know, or it just has to be it's pretentious, and I don't know.
Not us here at Sinister Sinema. We love all horror.
I like a good sleazy movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are y'all's favorite sleazy movies?
Porky's.
So okay.
When I was a
I was
kid,
hoping you say sleazier.
when I was a kid, I thought Porky's was just like the shit, you know, because I was like 8 years old, and like
I still remember
one
seeing
of my
Porky's,
friends had a copy of it.
and they say the hard R in there, and I was like, what? They're high school kids that look 30.
They say that in People Under the Stairs too.
So we can take.
We
our
didn't
wigs
talk
off
about
now?
that. Oh yeah, we can take them off if we want to.
Fucking old Dave Mustaine here in the middle looks
Yeah,
fucking
dude.
fine as fuck.
I'm going for it. It's a little toasty.
Oh shit,
is.
look at that. Taking that wig off made Doug look super Jimmy Neutron.
I gotta cut my hair so you stop calling me Jimmy Neutron. Dude, Timmer said they should have put out Maniac Happy Meals.
That
Dude,
would've
I
been
think
wild.
I might try to Photoshop that.
It comes with
I
a
feel like that would be,
fucking
Comes
scalp.
with a scalp, yeah.
yeah.
And,
Dude, I might.
and a World War II dagger.
No, it comes with a scalp. And it's only for boys. It comes with a scalp and a tube sock that you can stick in your pants
Yeah, so you
to
can
make
have,
you have a fucking hog.
make you have a fat hog.
Oh man, how did he sweat that much during that movie?
Yeah, it's
That's
you wanna
vodka,
watch-
dude. That's vodka.
Yeah, he definitely must have been drinking during that.
That's
Yeah.
What are those drinks called that you were talking about earlier? The ones that I never tried that someone mentioned.
Capiobara?
The drink I was talking about, Kachaka is the.
I was gonna
I
say
don't
that's
know if I'm not-
Kachaka, but
That's the actual liquor, and oh my god,
Capoeira.
you
Capybara?
say capoeira so much that now I can't stop thinking capoeira every
I'm
time I think
throwing
about
that
the
out there
drink.
so maybe it'll jumpstart because it sounds kind of like that.
do you guys know what a capybara is?
Yeah,
Yes, they're good eating too.
yeah.
It's a
They're
giant,
actually-
a giant guinea pig.
They're actually migrating from New Orleans here. They've been sighting them down by the creek.
Yeah,
Man,
jump in the creek. He doesn't drink while they work.
Chris really wants us to drink.
Oh man, we're drinking hard right here. Look at this.
He thinks it's just water, but it's fucking pure tequila.
Yeah.
It's great.
Oh, Devil's Honey is great.
Yeah. Oh man,
What's
yeah.
the devil's honey?
Erotic. It's it's like kind of an erotic movie.
Dude,
It has like
Timmer's
a sexy
all about that.
erotic.
I know about those kind of movies. Like he knows a lot of shit.
Devil's Honey.
You know also.
Horny shit.
Did he say that? Is he the one that said that?
I'm pretty sure. I think that's it.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
New York Ripper.
Yep.
Fight for Your Life and
Oh
Devil's Honey.
yeah. He
Yeah.
knows.
Yeah,
Sweet Hog. Or Sweat Hog.
William Lustig also
Or
did
Sweet Hog.
the
Sweat Hog.
the Emmanuel series. Did an Emmanuel series on the Emmanuel,
Dude, that
the
shit
making
back
of
then,
Emmanuel and all that.
When I was young,
wow.
watching that shit on Showtime, I was like, what, 25? I was like, holy shit, this is like real porn to me.
Yeah, it's weird though.
I was
Like,
only like fucking 8 or 9.
if you look through the movies he's produced, like or the videos, whatever he's produced, there's a lot of them that are just like little documentaries on like all those type of sleazy B horror, like crazy stuff.
I think he might have done one on. I think it's called like 40 Seconds, something like on the Deuce. It's like a documentary about the New York. Let's see if he's in it. Hold on, let's see.
Yeah, he's done a ridiculous amount of stuff.
Dang, Have you guys
But
seen
he-
Uncle Sam? I've never seen that.
I've heard of it.
Yeah,
I've heard of Uncle Sam.
actually ripped off the cover of that for one of our pop-ups that hadn't ever come up before. But it will eventually.
Will it though, Doug?
It will eventually. Eventually it'll come up.
I saw someone, they said that they wish Charles Band did Uncle Sam so there would be 12 more of those movies.
He did win a Lifetime Achievement Award from I can't remember who it was, like the Brooklyn Horror Society or New York Horror Society or something. And yeah, I mean he's done a lot.
I mean, even just like the Maniac Cop trilogy, like those movies.
Dude, it's been so long since I've seen those.
Maniac Cop 2 is great. It's like so action packed. There's just fire everywhere. Yeah. Oh, nice.
Maniac Cop.
Yeah.
Have you played that? Does it work?
Yeah, it works. It's great.
Oh, I didn't see if it all these were cool.
Yeah, I got rid of some of the ones that aren't playing well. That are
It's
just
so
like,
hard to get rid of them.
It's hard to get rid of them, but like you put them in, and it's like.
Speaking of hard,
I was gonna go down to the, and then we went to the, and you're just like, fuck, I can't watch this.
Oh yeah.
You know, there's no way. It's just like once somebody's touched it with a magnet or something.
So I follow VHS collectors on Facebook,
Mm-hmm.
and people are like, "Hey, I have this tape. It's very rare, but there's mold in it, so it won't play." And they tell you how to do it. The thing is, you have to have a space, and you have to get some of those spools.
Mm-hmm.
You take apart the VHS and you unwind it, and as you're unwinding it, you clean it with alcohol. It tells you what kind of alcohol to clean it with, and it works. Like they've rejuvenated old horror VHS with that alcohol, getting the mold off because it's all white, and if it has any mold on it, it goes black or static.
Yeah, I think the I think that that's what like that's something that's fixable. I don't think that it's fixable whenever the soundtrack gets messed up, because I think it's the actual magnetic tape is damaged. So yeah, Timmer, we were actually like talking about that. That's how we got started at the beginning of the show. Because he was doing some
My favorite
how
Emmanuel.
he was able to finance Maniac itself with his
winnings.
with his smut. Yeah, with his
Emmanuel in Bangkok. That's the best one. That is the best one.
Yeah, and during the scenes where they're doing like the shots of his room, I found myself quite often like just pausing and trying to look around because the room itself is like really interesting as far as the way it's decorated.
Dude, I think he's the first Brooklyn hipster.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
his like art's all like hipster art, and he's got that little stash, and he's like wearing the hipster clothes. I'm thinking he's pretty
yeah,
much
one
the
where he
first.
has like
Stash is-
he has an ascot
Little
on.
stash is
Was he in Williamsburg? Where was his flat? Do you know?
I think it was. Yeah. No, I they said on the features or something like that where he went and found this Russian guy, this artist, and he just got a bunch of that guy's art and hung it up in there.
Yeah.
And there's like some big mural that's like a big canvas that's in there that's like I don't know, it has like a maybe upside down cross on it or says some quote or something on there, but that's like directly from that guy, that artist.
There's like a canvas that has a baby upside down
Yeah,
on
that
it.
one. There you go.
And
There
it
you go.
says born without a mother. I
Yes,
think
that's exactly it.
it
Yeah,
says
yeah.
born without a mother.
Yeah.
Across the baby.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't see them. You only see it where it says mother whenever the camera, like when you first see it, you're kind of seeing. You can see it. It says born without, but then there's one shot near the end, I think, where they kind of where he's having his hallucination. I think it shows like right over because that's over the table there, and you're looking straight on it, and when you're looking straight on, you can see it says mother on there too, because it's where it's across the baby, you can't really see it until you're looking straight at it. But yeah, it says born without a mother.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was some creepy art in there. And
There's a part where he's like packing up his gun in that like small like guitar
violin
case,
case.
and he's like eating a box of Cracker Jacks.
Yeah, I was gonna buy us Cracker Jacks for tonight.
and there's like a little cage
Don't say that,
with a
John.
doll in there, and he's like, probably want a cracker, like puts it over there.
Yeah, Timmer, I was actually just about to start talking about that. The Mr. Roby footage or Robbie footage. Have you seen that?
Was that for the short for the
The short that he
Maniac
so he
2?
could pitch he could pitch
yeah.
Maniac 2.
I did watch that.
And yeah, it's kind of they shot like the short, and he was trying to pitch it around because Joe Spinell, I guess, loved this character and loved this movie. You know, hey, I was in The Godfather and Taxi Driver, but you know what I really want to do?
Yeah,
I want to do
I
wanna
want to
get
part 2
I want to get sleazy.
of Maniac.
Yeah,
And so it didn't happen because he died. He died before they could really get anything going, but yeah, he wanted to like really, really go balls to
deep,
the wall.
yeah.
Is that on your copy?
yeah, it is. Yeah, on
See,
the,
I need to. You have the Blu-ray?
Yeah, I got the most
you get
recent version. It's the 4K restoration of
Okay.
it.
Yeah, I saw that came out, but I haven't seen the extras on that, and I was actually trying to look for them, and I didn't.
There's a
see
whole
some of it.
there's a whole part where there's a whole segment where they talk about Joe Spinell for, I think it's like a 30.
Oh, that little
30
documentary.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched that.
That's
You have to think
yeah.
about the shop. I want to see all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I can't bring myself to buy 4K. They're just so fucking expensive, and
Yeah.
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
I'm not buying everything 4K. Just some stuff that I don't have in Blu-ray. Obviously, that
You know what I do?
upgrade.
I look at the back. Like the other day, I went to the DVD store, and I look at it, and I'm like, they're like, oh, we have the DVD for, I think it was like $5.99, or we have the Blu-ray for $27, and I'm like, okay, yeah, let me see them. I'm looking, I'm like, okay, it's got that. It had all the extras on it, so I was just like, yeah, I'll just take the regular one. I'm like, I mean, the movie was shot in the. You said they did a really good job on the 4K restoration, you know, so you're going 16 millimeter to 4K. You know, to me, I'm kind of like, DVD's good enough. They shot it in 16 millimeter.
Yeah, I
You
don't
know,
know.
so
I'm not too sure what the exact.
Do you follow Seven Films?
Oh yeah,
Do you buy it? Dude, they have fucking crazy $5 DVD sales.
yeah.
And I
they-
clean them out, dude.
yeah. No, I haven't bought anything from them.
It's just
lately. The last
it's
thing
a-
I got was the Out of the Blue, the Dennis Hopper movie.
Yeah, they're just
Tim or I haven't seen that. I want to check it out.
you open. It's just a DVD, dude, with a case, but you have the film. I just got Mondo Cane. I got Caligula.
Oh wow,
Yeah, for $5. The unrated Caligula too.
wow.
They're like, you know what? We got to get rid of these because this is fucking smut.
Yeah.
Helen Hunt's sucking somebody off. And now
For
she's a
real, for
famous
real.
Actress. She's like, get rid of these fucking things.
Yeah.
Speaking
Burn
of
'em.
Helen Hunt, have you guys
I
seen?
mean, not Helen Hunt, Helen Mirren.
Oh, okay, never mind.
No, but I want to hear what you're going to say about
I
her.
was gonna say, have you seen Transfers?
Transfers.
Transfers. It was a Charles Band movie. It's like basically like a Blade Runner ripoff.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Transfers.
Transfers.
Yeah.
I thought you said transfers. Yeah, I've seen transfers.
Yeah.
Helen Hunt's in there.
It's good stuff.
I think it's
dude.
like her first movie. Seven.
Yeah, it's-
Yeah, Timmer, that's.
And I always, every time
I'm debating on picking up that Changeling they put out,
they
and
put it on 4K, right?
and they did Al what's his name, Adamson or whatever his name is, Dracula versus Frankenstein. I really want to check that out.
Emily we just watched The Changeling not too long ago. It was the first time she had ever seen it.
It's
I gave it to Carlos like 3 or 4 years ago. I
VHS.
found it on VHS
Oh,
and
I feel so bad. I sometimes I pick it up and I'm like, I'm gonna take this to Doug, and then I'm like, nah, fuck that.
but why did you? I gave it to you as a
It's
gift.
a re-gift.
Yeah, but
You would re-gift me my own gift to you.
yeah, because I mean that thing's precious. You know,
It's like it looks brand
it's
new.
pristine condition.
I found it at whatever that music store is on the strip. Toady Wall
Music
or
Tones?
Toad Wall, Toad Man. What's it
Music
called?
Tones.
The Toads.
It's
Toaders?
called Hog.
Hog Wild.
Hog Tones.
No.
Your hog's gone wild.
Dude, why don't I need to tell the guy we were just talking about that works at Hog Wild. I need to talk to him about if he gets any VHS tapes. He
I
hit
did.
me up.
I did just recently order the Vinegar Syndrome release of Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. which I'm pretty excited about. Because apparently this is like a big release for them as far as like features go and the whole like.
You said you just ordered it?
Yeah, I pre-ordered it. Yeah,
I have it's weird, but I have the limited edition Walmart release DVD of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre in the hamburger.
Oh, sick!
It looks like when you look at it, it looks like
a hamburger.
It looks like like you have a pound of hamburger meat wrapped in plastic.
Oh, okay. So it's like
and
like
it's in a
tray.
weird and the tray, those styrofoam trays,
like the chili.
So when you look at it, it's a hamburger. It looks like hamburger meat. You open it up and it's all like you press the side. The whole DVD is hard plastic, but real thin.
That's cool.
So you gotta push it in and
Shit,
snap
I don't
it
think
open.
I've seen that.
Yeah, it's super. Yeah, Walmart, dude. Walmart re-released super limited edition, fucking Fright Night.
The Al Adamson box set.
Ground beef. Yeah. I was saying
Timmy Thomerson, yeah. Timmy Thomerson.
They released a Fright Night DVD that sold out super fast. You can't find it anywhere. Nobody gets rid of their copies. They released the Uglies.
I've never seen it.
They released that on DVD. You can't find that shit. Like, every once in a while, dude, I get on Walmart and I look up DVDs, horror DVDs, and they have like...
I know they... Man, speaking of Tobe Hooper, I just rewatched The Funhouse about a week ago.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Blue Anchor released. I have it. I bought it.
The Blue Underground version? The one I have...
Yeah, Blue Underground.
I think the one I have is Shout Factory. Shout Factory.
Maybe it's Shout Factory. What does the cover look like? Is it all crazy artwork, drawing?
No, it's the I think the theatrical poster. It's like the clown coming out of the thing.
Yeah, I think that's the one I have. Yeah, and it is.
But the actual case art is, I think, has it's double-sided, printed double-sided, so you can flip either or.
Dude, the shit like that excites me.
It has the mouth, just the mouth, and it's like snarling, and it's kind of.
It's all fucking airbrushed and shit, badass.
It's like the old Cujo cover. It looks really cool.
I'm gonna tell you something that like irritates Carlos about me a lot. I'm
gonna take off my mic.
I have. He's gonna walk out when I talk about this. When I lived in California, our apartment was about the size of this storage unit, and we didn't have any room for anything, and I had a bunch of DVDs, Blu-rays, and I went and bought just a bunch of those things that you're made to like hold your CDs for the car.
Hold on.
Oh yeah, like a media booklet or something.
Yeah, media booklet.
Yeah.
I threw away every case for every movie I had.
Fuck.
I just open them up. I'm just like throwing them away,
honestly,
just sticking them in there.
My dad did that.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like now I think it's crazy.
It's ludicrous. Like, why would you fucking do that?
Dude, have you ever lived in a place that small?
Yeah.
You don't have room for dishes, much less fucking DVDs.
Just like Jeff Goldblum said in Jurassic Park, nature finds a way.
Yeah, you know what? My wife was like, either the cases go or I go. And I flipped a coin.
I'd have been
and the cases went.
Honey, I love you. Bye-bye.
My life would fall apart without her.
It would.
Yeah, for real.
I'd
be like, how do I turn on these lights for the show?
Timmy Korea is still uncut. Oh.
Huh?
Man.
Oh, I did.
Chainsaw Massacre?
Yeah. So
it had uncut Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Dude, I love Texas Chainsaw Massacre too.
It's great.
I have that on DVD, regular DVD.
Bill Moseley.
Hell yeah.
1987.
That's great. Great,
Man.
great movies.
Yeah.
And then Matthew McConaughey and Jennifer Aniston came out on another one. Or who was it?
Oh,
I don't know. Some of those went off the rails. I like the one.
Did you see the most recent Netflix one, the super woke one?
Nope. I won't
Which
watch
one is
it.
that?
The new Texas Chainsaw Massacre. The trailer looked good when they show him shoving the chainsaw into the floor and the chainsaw's all revving and shit.
Yeah.
But
so
I didn't watch it.
Did you see the one that's when they're kids and they get taken away and I don't know what they're fucking called. There's two actual the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. There's Texas Chainsaw Massacre. There's
the last one that I had.
There's one called Chainsaw.
What's the one where they're kids and they go to the asylum and
Fuck, I never even heard of this.
Yeah.
they go to the asylum. They get taken away from the mom, and it's like before they're the family. I mean, they are the family, but
that's kind of almost like what the new one is. But
dude, it's really good. I liked it.
Okay.
And they're running from like the cop, and like they're trying because they try to escape the home or whatever. They try to escape the orphanage or wherever they are. It's called Leatherface.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
I liked it. I liked it.
I didn't see anything after part 2.
The most recent one I had seen up to then was that Jessica Biel one, which I think is just yeah, Jessica Biel's in one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Justin Timberlake's wife.
Yeah, she's in one of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Not Jennifer Beals.
It was early 2000s, I think.
No idea.
I don't know. Saw it in the theater.
Wow, you paid.
Yeah, I had. Yeah.
Well, I mean, some people paid money for Jason X. So
I'll still watch it. I'll watch it.
Oh yeah, believe me, I think I've seen bits and pieces, but yeah, I'd watch it. I mean, but I won't watch a lot of new horror.
Really?
Yeah, I just don't like.
I'm trying to think of the last thing. I watched that Deadstream. That's like the most recent thing. Oh, besides Two Witches, but I watched.
I heard Deadstream. I mean, it looked alright, but I heard people were saying it's garbage.
I don't know. It was fun. It's campy. It's just like basically.
It's just people are so like. I mean, I'm somewhat like that too. But if you're gonna you want to make a realistic.
It's just basically like an Evil Dead homage. That's all it is, really. I mean.
I guess it just depends on.
But it's Evil Dead for like the YouTube age is basically what it is. Oh God. Yeah.
Do they are they actually streaming in the show?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's all like the premise of the thing is like this guy gets canceled. He's a big YouTube what is it? Like he's just a
Yeah, we saw the trailer.
Oh, you saw the trailer? Okay.
Yeah, I remember I showed you and I was like, this looks actually alright.
It's fun. It's got some creepy stuff here and there, and it's got a lot of pretty fun practical effects, which are cool.
Not like the underwater house in the lake, under the lake, by the rocks, right? What was it called?
Under the can?
Deep House.
Deep House. Did you see that one?
Is
fucking
no.
garbage, dude.
No.
Wait, I thought you liked Deep House. They were deep, in a house, in a lake.
No, that wasn't me. It was your other co-host.
They were streaming. They were streaming live.
Screaming and streaming.
Screaming and streaming.
Terrible.
Timmy, you're saying the directors who did Inside are the same people who did Leatherface?
I did not know that.
See, now you want to watch it, don't you?
Yeah, I do, actually.
Yeah.
Is that all right with you, Doug?
It's great with me.
Okay.
That's what I've been trying to get
sure.
you to watch it, and Timmer comes along and throws out some knowledge, and then now you're going to watch it. Maybe you should start a fucking show with Timmer.
Maybe. We are friends on my face.
I also watched the new Hellraiser yesterday. But I don't think you guys hadn't seen it, right?
No, yeah. I'm probably gonna watch it this weekend.
I thought it was fun. It was a little long though, but
speaking of long,
I love a good fucking 85-minute movie.
Speaking of long,
no, don't talk about MANIAC's hog again, dude.
I wasn't going to. That's bulky.
Yeah. Speaking of long,
I was gonna say, did you see Terrifier 2? Because apparently they didn't cut one fucking thing from it, and it's
2
like
hours and 20 minutes.
Yeah.
2 hours and 18 minutes long.
Yeah, it's like I saw that. I haven't seen it though. I want to see it.
They did Deep House. I thought Deep House was trash. I did not like it. It was just.
I don't know if I've seen Deep House. Which one is that one?
They're deep
in the house
with some streaming.
Streaming deep underwater.
In a house.
It's a ghost story.
It's a haunted house underwater.
Garbage, dude.
Yeah, I didn't like it. I tuned out after
I didn't think it was terrible. I didn't think it was like.
It's definitely one of those movies where I had other shit going on. It was on.
But I was kind of just like, I mean, I didn't love it or anything.
Yeah.
If I have to say, really, like after more than 3 times an hour in, I'm like, come on, man. If I start talking to the TV.
But that's also good, though.
No, it's not. Not to me. I talk to the TV when nobody's around. And I throw shit and I yell.
So you haven't seen the new Terrifier?
No, Terrifier 2, I have not seen it. I want to see it, though.
It made $400,000. It's for opening weekend.
It's
I'm
incredible.
trying
like
to figure out
first
what the
one,
story
and
is.
I liked Hollow's Eve. It's
I mean, it's kind of like
gore porn, man.
Yeah, it's like
So
the new Maniac.
supposedly it's about. You want me to tell you?
Sure, I don't care. It's about a clown
It
named Art.
supposedly has supernatural effects. Something brings him back to life, and
Yeah.
that's where people are like, "Why did you have to fuck with it? He's a fucking killer clown. Just let him kill."
It's kind of like Maniac Cop 3.
That magic chin,
Yeah, it comes back with voodoo.
voodoo, doo doo.
Voodoo.
Oh, Chris said he's gonna go
Hulu.
Monday. Sorry, Chris. I just spoiler alert. Spoiler alerted your ass.
For Terrifier 2?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you
I mean,
seen,
it looks
did you
like
see
there's
Barbarian?
Oh, yeah. I did
Chris
it.
hasn't
I
seen
did
it,
it.
so don't say anything.
I did a double feature with Barbarian and Pearl.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
a couple
you told
weekends
me that.
back. Yeah.
Did you like Pearl?
I did. It's not my favorite Ty West, but I liked it. It's cool. It's very stylized. It was fun. I mean,
I'm not a big fan of it.
Yeah, I can't get Carlos to go.
House of the Devil is his best movie.
Yeah, after House of the Devil, his shit went down the drain.
House of the Devil, like, it checks all the boxes for me.
I don't think we did a movie night, so I pulled out the I pulled out the
Pulled out the hog.
I pulled out the hog. I pulled out my hog projector.
That it is called
So-
a hog because that thing is fucking meaty and it's just beefy, dude.
So I pulled out the super projector, and I'm like, okay, here we go, and we got like we had a wall to show it on. I pulled out like a PA system. I mean, we had it pretty set. Yeah. And this is back behind the shop in the parking lot. It was a Friday the 13th.
Huge wall.
And the guy that owns the building was like, "Oh, you should play some horror movies." So I'm like, okay, I'll play some horror movies. So I'm like, I'll play
A little team.
I played Cabin in the Woods, so I'm like, okay, it's kind of like if there's any families there that want to watch a horror movie, like there's some boobs, but it's not like too crazy.
Yeah, there's
I mean, a lot of blood, but like still comically blood, I guess.
Yeah.
And then next,
Chronicler.
see you, Chronicler.
Bye.
So then I'm like, okay, well, it's getting close to like 11 o'clock at night. I'm gonna throw on House of the Devil. So I'm playing this in public for people that aren't necessarily horror fans.
The best.
Someone passed out.
It's
somebody that we know,
And like,
she got him though got fever and passed out
because
from
like
the shotgun scene.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
that's one of the best scenes.
But
in that
also
movie.
like people were like the owners like I don't know what this is
it's a movie.
yeah, can we might need to tone this down next time. And then he told me afterwards, he was like, yeah, people were leaving, that I think that was a little too much. Next time maybe we stay away from rated R. And I'm just like, you want me to do a horror night
So
with
you
no
wanted
rated R
us to
movies?
do Henry and the Hendersons?
Harry.
I want you to play the Munsters.
No, you say Harry and the Hendersons, and he's not going to catch it.
Oh yeah.
And then you put on
Henry,
Portrait of
a Serial Killer. There you go.
and he's
Yeah.
watching it going, where's Bigfoot?
He's like,
Yeah, he would have probably cut off Cannibal Holocaust in the first 10 minutes. He would have been like, was
Next
that a
Cannibal
dick getting
Holocaust.
cut off with
With
a
the
rock?
laser beam soundtrack, kind of. Beep, 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 beep.
speaking of
It's the best
soundtracks,
soundtrack.
this Maniac has some cool score stuff throughout it. One of my
Yeah.
favorites is when he's chasing Anna through the cemetery.
Uh-huh.
That's probably my favorite part, like as far as the score goes. The synthy.
Yeah, it's great, dude.
It's really cool.
I love it.
Yeah.
I have to say it's a missed opportunity, though, whenever she hits him with that shovel and she doesn't say, dig this. Serious missed
Dude.
opportunity.
All I know is if that guy freaked out on me like that, I mean, he sees his mom's grave and all of a sudden he's like, well, I'm going to kill the woman I love. He like turns back into the maniac. I'm thinking Anna, when she hit him with the shovel, she should have kept hitting him with the shovel.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have stopped hitting that fool with the shovel.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, maybe she only had one good whack in her.
Yeah. Yeah. She totally whacked him off one good time.
Yeah.
With that fucking hog, of course.
Yeah.
Timmer, that's kind of what I think they wanted, was like hocus pocus.
Oh God, I would. Oh, I was like, you know what, man? I just walked away. I was like, this is fucking dumb. I'm out of here. Couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
Couldn't fucking believe it.
So there's a guy in town, Bored to Death is his Instagram thing, but he's also he buys and sells VHS like at markets and stuff.
He has a
And
collection. Dude.
he's come by the shop a couple times, and I've met him a couple times, but he's doing this month every Thursday he's doing a horror night on the strip.
Hundreds.
Yeah. And they're not doing, I don't think he has a projector. I should see if like I can team up, because it's Eli and him, because like,
Dude,
man, my projector
awesome,
could destroy that place.
That whole wall would be a
I
movie.
know. Yeah.
His projector. We need let me draw the hog on it.
Well, I have the my other screen's over there in the corner. And then we have the super giant screen that we have to have a way to put up, but
Why only do it through through October, dude? It'd be awesome to do it once a week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
make it like a year-round thing, but
well, I mean, that's
like
what
at least maybe like twice a month.
Well, that's what we were trying to do before COVID, and we got like quite a few going, and then it just kind of things happened, and it that killed that. But it would be cool to do some more movie nights, because we had it wasn't like it was crazy, but a decent amount of people came out, and we were showing some good movies.
Man, that was fun.
I think I would. That'd be cool. I'd like to do something like that, or attend at least.
Yeah, I think the problem is like I remember we played something and people were like, "What the fuck is this?" Do you remember what that was?
Clockwork Orange. People laugh.
Oh yeah, like I was like so blown away. Like we played Clockwork Orange, and like there were younger like millennials there that were just like freaking out.
Couple. I won't say what kind of couple.
Well, no, I mean there were like a decent amount of people like, "What is this?" And I'm
they
like,
just stood up all straight and just turned like robots and walked out.
like,
Yeah,
man.
We are done.
Yeah, I remember seeing when I saw Clockwork Orange, I was like, 12 or 13.
Yeah, I was like a kid.
Blown away. I had never seen anything like it.
It's the greatest movie ever made.
Yeah, and it's so weird, like the masks they wear, like the gang, and it was.
Yeah, my English teacher in high school, one of my English teachers did a whole like ours were broken up into 6-week periods. Mm-hmm. We had six weeks throughout the year, and one of the 6 weeks she took and like basically did a master class on his writing style, and in particular she really talked about that book a lot, and about how he was making up words, and like I mean like everything, and that's just
the
like
British slang.
Yeah,
stuff,
like he and it was cool. Like I so I think I was like in middle school whenever.
Yeah, the milk comes out from like the mannequin's nipples or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Can you do a watch party on here?
You can do a watch party. You have to have Prime. You have to have Prime. Mm-hmm. Amazon Prime. You can do a watch party if the people watching have Prime.
Oh, okay.
So because Twitch is owned by Amazon, so we can host a party. Like we could have ourselves all like miniature or something in the front and have the movie playing, and people just like can, if they have Prime, they can watch it.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, in the chat's going and everything, so it's kind of cool.
But see, I don't know if people would get pissed if we start talking during it.
Yeah, I think it would be better just to chat, and people can read the chat.
Yeah.
The Moloko Milk Bar.
Yeah.
The Korova here. There was a bar named the Korova. Probably in every major city, someone named a bar the Korova.
Or Bang Bang Bar. Every city has Bang Bang Bar.
Yeah.
Bang Bang Bar.
Yeah.
Someone likes David Lynch.
White Rabbit. Lots of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always wonder if they named that after, if they did that for David Lynch or not. I should ask him one day if I go in there.
Dude, it has to be.
It has to be.
Twin
But it's
Peaks.
been named that. It's gone through like multiple owners since it's been called that, right?
It was the Ding Dong Bar.
Oh, okay. So it wasn't Bang Bang until they... It could have been.
Really?
He was
I
like,
don't know.
"Oh, fuck."
Yeah, Jamie, we should figure out how to do that and get it done.
Yeah.
Get it
Um,
done.
There's okay, so like the end scene of Maniac when he is having those hallucinations and
Mhm.
he gets ripped apart by the victims.
Was it though?
Was it a hallucination?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a hallucination.
Come on, don't answer it that fast.
Because it kind of gets like
Trying to get
it
the
kind of gets
conversation going.
supernatural once his he hallucinates after his mom like breaking the
Through the ground.
yeah, through the ground and like the
Very
zombie
Carrie.
that comes in. Yeah. But anyways, so the head they rip off. Apparently, when this is in the features too. I mean, probably you guys heard this, but whenever he died, when Joe Spinell died, that he had that head on his coffee table. So when the cops came in and found him dead, because he was like I forgot what it's called exactly, the medical term, but it's where you like bleed. You don't clot when you bleed.
Oh, yeah.
So you
like
bleed
hemophiliac.
out. Hemophiliac. There
Yeah.
he is, hemophiliac. So he cut himself in the shower or whatever, and then
Oh, my
and then
God.
he bled out and he died like in his
What
living
the
room.
fuck? That's
I'd never
crazy.
heard that.
Yeah. This is in the they talked about this in the features or whatever, but he bled out.
God.
He bled out and then he died in his living room. And when the cops found him, his replica head, was on the coffee table, and they like kind of like freaked out.
But there was also like blood everywhere.
There's blood and a dead body, obviously.
Oh, my God.
They
that's
didn't know how to
rough.
process that.
Wow, that's a good story.
It's crazy, right? It's fucking wild. Like,
Yeah, that's weird. Like, I mean,
he was probably drinking heavy at this time still. I mean, I would imagine, and his, blood's obviously thin, and then he cuts himself, and he's a hemophiliac, and
He cut himself and he sweated to death.
yeah,
somebody I know, I just found out that they're hemophilic, and he was telling me, because he cut himself the other day, and he said it just won't, like, just a tiny little cut on his thumb, and he said it just won't stop. Like, it just goes and goes and goes, so he has to, like, he has to tape it up or put super glue or whatever. And if it's bad enough, you have to go get stitches. Like, there's just no, and
Man, that's terrifying if you think about it.
He's got stuff to that's supposed to help it. Like, he's got medication.
Yeah, but you can't miss your meds.
Yeah, I don't think he takes it.
You have to take your meds.
He must not take it because he told me he cut his finger and
A
it
friend of
bled for,
ours
like,
that goes, I
forever.
tattoo him. He has it bad.
and he can get tattooed though with
Yeah, because he's on his meds.
Oh, okay, he's on his meds. Okay, yeah, that's fucking wild.
Like, he'll
that's
tell me,
scary as shit.
he'll tell me, like, sometimes he'll be like, "Hey, I have to move my appointment for a couple of days because I forgot to take my meds."
Yeah,
So
Oh
can we
man,
do
that
it?
would be so rough.
Yeah.
Like, die on a
Imagine that.
tattoo
And
table.
he'll ask me when I'm tattooing him, "Am I bleeding?" And I'm like, "No, he does not bleed."
Like
he
with
is,
with the medicine.
Yeah,
he
when
doesn't
he's on
bleed.
the medicine, like, you clot. It's crazy.
what's your name?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Can we add that to the baby teeth?
What's that? The wet T-shirt?
We throw a glass of water on our shirt.
That means you have to wear a white shirt every time.
Yeah.
I'm down.
Sweating like a hog.
Like a hog.
Sweating like a hog.
Yeah, and the ending scene after the girls show up and rip his fucking head off.
Which is actually, I have to say, that's probably my favorite scene.
Yeah, it's pretty
I love
good.
that scene because the first time I had seen it, I was like pretty blown away. I mean, you're caught off guard by it for sure. And
After
the
the-
practical effects are, they're just insanely cool.
My favorite scene is when he's taking the girl's scalp. Like, that shit is nuts.
The first girl, the one who's giving him this,
Yeah, when
what
he's
is it, the
fucking,
ultimate?
he's cutting it all slow, and then it cuts away. Like, you can tell what's happening. You're like, oh, okay, it's okay. But then it cuts away, and when they go back, he's already pulling it back,
Yeah.
and like you could see her fucking skull.
You know what's crazy is the guy who wrote this. I don't know who it is. CA wrote. Do you have it on your notes? The writer's name. I know it's CA something, but I looked him on IMDb. Literally nothing. Like, this is the only thing to his entire credit, which is like really weird. So I don't know if you know anything about that, or if he like was, if that was just like a name that.
I didn't know Spinell co-wrote it too.
Yeah, and
he
produced,
yeah.
right? Or something like that. So the writer...
C.A. Rosenberg.
Oh, it says the writer was C.A. Rosenberg and Joe Spinell.
Yeah.
Or they're listed on here, but yeah, you're right. C.A. Rosenberg.
Nothing.
Oh yeah,
Only
C.A.
credited
Rosenberg.
as... Yeah,
Like his only credit on all of IMDb is this movie, like nothing. So I don't know if that's like, is that like a ghostwriter name, or is that
Is it a
something
pseudonym?
Yeah.
But also, like, he would definitely probably want to have his name on there. So.
Yeah, it's just
But
weird.
yeah, that is strange.
Yeah. The cinematographer, I don't know who the cinematographer was. I didn't even
Maybe
look
he
at
wrote a
it,
bunch of
but like,
poems.
Robert Lindsay, cinematographer.
does he have anything on his credit?
Yeah, he's got
porn.
He's got 2 porn. He's got
Dude.
The Violation of Claudia,
Okay.
which William Lustig directed, and Hot Honey, which I
Hot
saw
Honey, yeah.
on your.
Yep. Hot Honey's one of his big ones.
It says he wrote Ass Blaster 6, Return of Starhog Destroyer.
Yeah, so
Part 2.
I
Why
don't-
is there a part 6 and a part 2?
Yeah, we skipped.
That's it.
We're missing. Where is that? Where did the ass blasting begin? Is what we need to figure out.
Timmer,
Where does it start?
Timmer, we talked about that earlier. None of us have seen that yet.
No. Is it
No.
worth watching? I'll
Yeah,
probably
is
watch it.
Yeah, now I want to watch it, especially after like talking about this all day.
I've read reviews on it on Letterboxd, and it seems pretty like well received. But
So did you ever see, because Elijah Wood has his own horror
Production company, yeah.
yeah, and they did. The Greasy Strangler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it, but Lyric saw it.
Uh-huh.
And I was so tired that night from working at paper. I was just so fucking tired. So I was like, I'm sorry, guys. I'm fucking beat. I gotta fucking go to sleep. The next day I woke up and I was like, how's the movie? She was like, Dad, that is the most fucking disgusting movie I've seen in my life.
Yeah. The Greasy
you see it?
Strangler. No, I've never seen it.
Yeah,
but
she
I've
said
seen
it.
clips of
She was like, it's fucking gross. And I was like, fuck, I gotta see it.
It's called Spectre Vision.
Spectre Vision, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
Elijah Wood's
Well,
Yeah.
there's I can't remember where I saw it, but he did a tour
That's-
of Greg Nicotero's of his makeup. Oh yeah, Mandy.
Yeah, Spectre Vision did Mandy.
Oh yeah, man.
He did a tour of Greg Nicotero, and they're asking him questions. Like you can tell they're like picking on him, but in a nice interview.
Oh, in the movie?
No, in the interview.
Oh, okay.
And he was like, "Oh, look at this," and he was like, "Oh yeah," and then Greg Nicotero was like, "You better know what this is. If you're a horror fan, you better know what this is." But he's all, and I'm like, "Fuck no, you're not joking. You're like, motherfucker, you own a horror fucking production company. You better know what this is." And
Yeah.
he didn't really say, but he was like, "Oh, of course, I know what it is." I'm trying to remember where I saw it, but we should look it up again. It's pretty funny.
They did Cooties too. That's another one.
Yeah,
Did you see
I
Cooties?
like that
I
movie.
like Cooties.
Yeah,
Did
I
you
thought it
watch
was good.
Did you see it?
I haven't seen it. I do want to
It's
see
pretty
it.
It's good.
That's-
Yeah.
Just the beginning opening sequence, dude, is so fucking gross.
Yeah. We should do a watch party of Greasy Strangler.
Yeah, him and
Kind of a
him and Nick Cage are like
Eric's seen some fucked
like-
up shit.
Color
him
Out
and-
of Space.
him and Nick Cage are friends. So I think that's why he's done a couple Nick Cage ones. and-
Okay.
They did a movie together where they were like they did a movie together where
Timmer
they were,
is Greasy Strangler disgusting?
Is essential viewing. Yeah, I really want to see it. I have it on my watch list. I just haven't gotten around to it.
I mean,
But
it's fucking called the Greasy Strangler. Why?
I mean, the clips I've seen, it looks amazing. Like just like real sleazy. And that's why I'm here, because we're here to talk about sleazy shit.
Yeah. They did a movie together that is about them doing like a heist, trying to do a heist. It was a pretty good movie. Did you guys see that?
Is it Nick
You
Cage?
told me
Nick
about it, and I
Cage.
can't remember the name, and I wanted to watch it.
I can't remember the name of it either. And
The
it's
one that just came out?
no, it came out. It's like when they
It's
first
Nicolas Cage and
Elijah Wood.
yeah, man, I want to watch that.
Yeah, and they did and it's them trying to steal some stuff, and like it ends up like the situation gets like messed up, and yeah, it's good. It's good.
So when I did the Frightmare Fest, I don't remember, in Dallas.
The Trust.
Trust.
That's what it's called.
All right, cool. The viewing party that night at midnight
Uh-huh.
was the Greasy Strangler, and the people that were in the movie were down there, and I kept telling the person I went with, come on, let's go. I want to fucking see it. I want to see it. But they got so fucking drunk that I had to fucking take them
I'm sorry.
to their room and babysit them that I missed it. I was so pissed.
Take them to the room and scalp them.
Yeah.
Should have. Fucking should have. Yeah, it was a greasy strangler.
I was going to say the cinematographer who obviously is used to working around women.
She's used to those money shots.
He did some really good shots. There are some. So in particular, the one
That's
where
great. Look what Timmer said.
the one where he follows her, where
It's
he
like a bar mat.
where he follows her, like goes in her house. You know, where he like takes her the necklace back and he's unlocks her door so she can't lock it.
Rita, right?
Rita, yeah.
Yeah.
So that whole scene is so like there's so much like it's so tense, and then he does some really good shots where he like moves around corners. Mm-hmm. Like, I mean, there's some really cool shots like right in that scene, and I'm like, man, this guy is like
He's not rubbing the knife on her.
This guy could be a really good cinematographer, but all he does is shoot porn.
He's just too horny. He's too horny to be anything else.
I mean, it's like there are actually like that's what's weird is like
who was this guy again?
The cinematographer.
His name is.
Look it up. Maybe he won porn awards for best cinematographer.
Maybe. I doubt it because he was doing just like
Robert Lindsay.
That's Blasters 8.
Yeah.
The Return of Star Hog.
He did The Violation of
7.
Claudia and Hot Honey, which we talked about earlier. But yeah, and then Ass Blasters 8 as well.
The Return of Star Hog.
And then he did also Hog Heaven, another one.
Sweet. Hog Heaven. That was a romantic comedy.
But yeah, it was a good one. It was greasy. And like there are a lot of really cool shots. It builds suspense really cool. Like some really cool POV shots.
Yeah, there are, and that's what's really weird is like
used to POV shots.
When the people,
for being honest,
you can tell because that scene where he's scalping her and the blood's coming down.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's exactly.
That's a fucking porn shot.
It is.
Whenever
that's a money shot. Yeah.
I mean, it's really crazy though that like it has all this stuff. They do like a lot of like you know, there's a lot of suspense building. The music, there's some really good music. Yeah. You know, and it's crazy how critics wrote it off so quickly just because of the gore. Like instantly was written off, and you know, everybody was calling it garbage. You should go back and read some of the.
What's really cool is on the back of the slipcover. I don't know if you can see if I put this close, but there's a tiny thumbnail of him scalping somebody, which is pretty cool on the back of a slipcover.
On the copy, I watched that copy right there. It actually has a thing that says the Gallery of Disgust or something.
Oh, what?
And I think that might be what it's called. It's like the Gallery of something. And all it is quotes from critics all around the world. Like
Gallery of Outrage.
Gallery of Outrage, yeah.
Close. Yeah. That's really cool.
Yeah.
I gotta check. Yeah, I'm gonna check that out.
Timmer, what is that?
The G.G. Allen story.
Directed by what's his name?
That's a good one. Yeah, G.G. Allen is that hated doc is sleazy as hell.
Yeah, I know he did Hangover 1, 2, 3.
Oh,
I forgot his name.
It's not Todd Phillips, is it?
Yeah, Todd Phillips.
Todd Phillips, yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I thought you just ripped one.
Oh, you'll know.
Yeah.
Did you hear that? It sounded like
It was like, sounded like a real squeaky.
It sounded like somebody dropped a stack of books. Yeah, so that's pretty much the gist of the movie.
Yeah, I feel like this one is like essential watching for any horror fan.
I can't wait to watch The Greasy Strangler now.
I know. We
should totally try to do a watch party on that.
If not, we should all together at least watch it because it'd be cool. Because you haven't seen it, right?
No, I have not seen it.
Yeah, this is great. A movie we all three haven't seen.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we'll make Trash Can Punch.
Yeah.
And eat like greasy, disgusting cheeseburgers.
Barbacoa.
Oh man, don't even. Tomorrow is Sunday. It's barbacoa day. Barbacoa.
Trying to see if everything else here.
I saw a movie called The Oily Strangler, but that was about autoerotic asphyxiation.
Really?
No.
I was like, what the fuck? Why haven't I heard of that?
So was the theatrical tag for this movie "Beauty is a crime punishable by death"?
I thought I told you not to go out. I warned you not to go out. Tonight.
Oh, okay, you're right. I wonder where that. It's somewhere in the movie.
Which
say
is
that.
a total ripoff of.
Oh, I was gonna say. I didn't know if everyone had. What was your favorite kill in the movie?
The scalp,
The first one?
yeah,
Yeah,
where it's like pulling her scalp back.
I
and seeing
think
the
my
skull.
favorite one was the one where he gets her on the bed and just slowly stabs her in the chest. But
Wow.
but I think that was my favorite one because he's like sitting there like talking to her and like, oh, I'm not gonna hurt you. He's like, and she's just sitting there like, what the fuck's going on?
Genuinely creepy.
Yeah, it's just super, super creepy and everything that had kind of led up to that. And then he just like, and like, oh, God.
Yeah, mine was the subway kill with the bayonet. Only because that was such a long sequence, too. It built suspense really well. And then when he's like stabbing her, he says,
from the back to the front.
he goes,
that shit looked
he goes,
great.
"Isn't this what you like? Isn't this what you like?" Like just, bonkers.
What really sucks about that scene is that lady is like running from him.
Yeah.
And he's just kind of slowly walking after her. Cool horror trope, whatever.
Standard. Yeah.
But she goes into the bathroom, and she's just like, like, yeah, he can hear you.
She's
like,
fucking scared, Doug.
Yeah, but it's like that's a weird shot. Like they used a super wide lens and had it so close to her face that it's just like that's so like, fisheye looking, blown out, creepy look.
Fucking porn star look.
Yeah.
And there was watching the features too. There was another like kind of random fact, but the two detectives that discover his body at the end were real detectives.
You can tell, dude.
Yeah.
You can totally tell they're real.
They were real detectives.
Dude, that's the end part. So they
they left it a bit open-ended.
Well, so you think, okay, I guess Anna called the police on him after she had to escape from him.
Either that or maybe the neighbors heard him screaming. Like during
possibly. Well, I think that it had to be her calling the police because they go in hot. I mean, they're like guns drawn, fingers on the trigger. But it's weird because it's just two of them. They just go and kick the door open. They must not have SAG credits because like they didn't say a word. And so like they try to keep you from talking in the movies if you're not a
I thought it was like
union.
You have to say at least.
You do, but like if they're hiring non-union workers and
so if they did have SAG, what do you think their lines would have been? They would have been, "Oh, this place fucking stinks."
Yeah, they're like, yeah. Looks like we got
a live one here.
Yeah. Look at the hog on that one.
So
Jesus Christ!
but
what
what
that fucking sheet?
But
sweating like a hog. Like that's a bloody hog.
But what's weird is they kick the door in. They
like
look
a baby kitten fighting under a pillow.
They kick the door in. They look at him sitting there with a knife. They don't go like check his pulse. They don't like do anything. They don't say anything. They just turn around and walk out of the room.
Because I think if you think about that too, like at the time, if you put yourself in how crazy New York was at that time, I'm sure they were just like, it's another dead body to them. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, they were probably like, oh,
they chalk it up. And they're like,
but they don't know.
On to the next one. This is some old shit. Let's get out of here.
yeah, Timmer.
Dude has a baby arm.
It was like a giallo shot, like the that's what we were saying earlier. Like he really wanted to kind of pay tribute to a lot of those Italian films, which is cool.
Yeah.
Trying to find. I could have swore he wanted to make a. Didn't he want to make a part 2?
Yeah, that's what we were saying earlier. That was the short that they Mr. Robbie.
It's like an 8-minute maybe something
Mr. Robbie.
like that. Sure.
Yeah, and he was like actually shopping it around trying to get financing for it.
Which,
but it's in your. He
comes back as a.
That's cool.
Spirit that takes revenge out. He's hunting down serial killers. Would that be part 2?
Man, I don't even remember. But yeah,
I'm just throwing shit out.
He's like in a kitchen with somebody, and then he like kills the guy in the kitchen. I don't remember exactly, but yeah, but it's on the special features.
Yeah, I want to see
Try
that.
to
It's
run a
not
shot.
on mine.
So we can watch it, all of it. You can stay and hang out.
Yeah, I'll bring a few over too. I got a few of them. I got the Zombie 4K edition. That one was pretty good. And then,
Zombie with an eye.
yeah. Or what is it? What's the
Zombie
original
2?
title? Zombie 2 or something like that? Yeah. But yeah, those are real cops. It's pretty wild.
So I had a good friend of mine came to me and was like, "Hey, dude," he was a really good friend, so I trusted him.
They were super bad actors. I mean, I would imagine.
Yeah.
He asked me, "Hey, dude, I really want to get into horror. Do you have any like DVDs I can borrow so I can watch?"
Mm-hmm.
So I gave him a good stack of my DVDs.
Was Ass Blasters in there?
Of course, Ass Blasters
Yeah.
was in there. The Return of
Essential.
Hogstar. So I lent him all these old fucking 80s horror because he was interested. He fucking got his car towed, and they got
With all
into
of them?
his car. He left the DVDs in there, and they fucking stole them all.
What did you give him? Do you remember?
Zombie 2, which was, you can't find that one. I can't even remember, dude. There was so many. I had the list of what I had given him written down.
Mm-hmm.
And I told him, "Hey, dude, did you watch any of those movies?" He would not fucking text me back. So
Yeah.
finally I was like, "Hey, dude, like, let me know about my DVDs." Like, and then he texted me back, "Man, I feel so terrible. And my car got towed and they got into my car and they stole them all." And I was like, "What the fuck?" I stopped talking to him. And I was like, "He's fucking lying. He's keeping all my shit." And then his roommate at the time was a really good friend of mine. I knew him. And he was like, "Dude, he would not fucking tell you that they fucking stole all the DVDs. He was so scared."
That's dumb, though.
And I'm like, I'm more pissed off because he didn't tell me. Like, he should have just.
He should have told you right away.
So it wasn't a lie.
This is the start of my Halloween watching here. I'm doing more than 31, but I started it with Alligator.
That just dropped on Shudder.
Yeah, that's where I saw it. Yeah.
What is this list? I mean, you have 212 movies on that list.
These are all the movies I've seen this year. But these, starting from Alligator, is all the ones I've seen in the.
So this is in your notes. Why are you not using it on your letterbox?
I don't know. I've just become OCD about it, and I keep track on my notes.
So are you doing it on letterbox and on here?
Yes. But I'm so used to doing it this way. Before I got a letterbox, I did it this way, so I just do it both ways now. But yeah, I mean, Alligator. I saw Audition, which was my first time seeing that movie. Finally.
You had never seen it?
Never seen it. No.
I want to ask
and
you.
I watched it with my wife too.
I want to ask you a personal
What did
question.
she think?
Dude, what is it? The kid. Dude, that part was great. It's like, I mean, the practical effects were amazing in that movie.
So I got a personal question for you.
Yeah.
Knowing your wife, how are you watching this many movies that are horror movies when she doesn't like horror movies?
Oh, she's game during the month of October. Like, she knows the month of October.
But I mean,
it goes down.
you're at 212 movies for the year. That's like
It's not all horror.
one nearly every day.
All the Twilights, really, dude?
Yeah, I mean, I love them. What can I say?
Oh, wait.
I like a sexy vampire.
Oh wait,
Oh,
so
shit.
Twilight's
Ass
over and
Ass
over.
Blasters, you motherfucker.
Yeah, I've seen it more than 3 times this year. Great stuff.
So it's not all horror movies. It's just every movie.
No, so
Okay.
the month of October, I really try to go hard with catching up on stuff that I want to see. I watch them throughout the year and stuff, but I don't get to see them as much as I'd like to. But yeah, during the month of October, she's really game, and we.
That's cool.
You should just start coming to the tattoo shop. We'll just like lock the door and tell customers to go away, and we'll just watch movies.
Yeah, some of them on here that I hadn't seen. Have you guys seen Delirium? It's a late 70s movie.
I've seen. I know which one it is.
Weird,
I can't remember if I've
weird
seen it.
slasher. Let's see. Road Games is really cool. I hadn't seen that one either. That's got Stacy Keach and Jamie Lee Curtis.
Oh man, you're getting a lot of 70s ones, huh?
Yeah,
Those are the sleazy ones, man.
love them. Yeah, and then let's see. Dish Room 2, which is prom night. Maniac Cop 1 through 3.
Nice.
Yeah, and then
Did you watch them all right in the same?
Oh, watch them in succession.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah, all 3. Yeah, you know which one was really good? A hidden gem that I really liked was The Hidden with
Dude,
Kyle MacLachlan.
I fucking love that. That movie is so underrated. Nobody knows about that movie.
That movie is criminally underrated, and I saw it like I was just like kind of scrolling through.
I saw it at the theater
Really?
at South Park Mall.
Wow. That movie.
What is that one showing on?
It's I saw it on the Criterion channel.
Okay.
Yeah. It's
I
like
have that
it's a
channel
part
right
of their
now.
80s like horror. They're doing 80s horror this
I think it
for
might
Halloween.
be on the Xbox at the shop.
Is that its own channel, or is it part of the AMC stuff? Or
No, it's its own
It's its own
Okay.
streaming
Okay.
channel, yeah. But it's amazing. I can't recommend it enough. I actually want to rewatch it sometime soon.
It's great, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a really underrated like
I remember I put the trailer on for Doug,
sci-fi.
and he was like, "Oh yeah, I've seen this," and I was like, "Yes."
It's like a sci-fi buddy cop movie. It's fucking amazing.
But with a twist,
Yeah,
Yeah.
with a twist. With
The
a
hidden-
nice twist.
The Hidden, written. It's called The Hidden, written by the same guy that wrote Ass Blasters too.
Yeah, S Blasters too. Robert Lindsay.
So
Did you guys see The Munsters?
I refuse to watch it.
did you watch it?
Yeah, I
What'd you
watched
think
it,
of it?
of course. I thought it was fun.
Right?
It's fun. It's-
I don't
I
like
think it's
his
gonna be-
movies. I don't like his movies, but this one was cool. And what's her name didn't irritate me. It's just a fun movie.
It's a
The
fun.
reason-
It's gonna be. I think it'll be a Halloween classic.
Yeah, I think I liked it
For
because
little kids?
no, this is why I like it because I think you can say somebody comes over and the kids, you can be like, "Hey, have you seen this?
Yeah, he said Kyle's great in this.
Have you seen? Let's put this on." The kids will enjoy it. It's
Yeah.
not fucking raunchy. It's not.
Oh, see, that's the thing is I fucking hate kids.
Yeah,
So
You hate everything.
it's
Doug.
it's a cool it's definitely like a family friendly movie. I
yeah,
watched it.
I thought it was great. And
I watched it
hate
because I
his
really
movies.
wanted to see, considering the fact that the trailer was like, I guess the coloring was real weird on it, but it didn't look bad. The movie didn't look bad as far as
No,
like
I thought it was great.
the makeup and stuff went, like the coloring of the makeup and everything.
I
can't
never really liked the Munsters anyways.
I mean, I was
I
never
didn't.
a fan of the show necessarily because it was obviously before my time, but
So at the beginning, she goes out with the vampire.
oh yeah,
The makeup was great, dude. He's not listed in the credits.
oh he's not. He
Was
was
that
like
fucking what's his name that played Freddy Krueger? in the
Robert
new-
Englund?
No, the remake.
Oh,
He was the bad kid in Bad News Bears. I forget his name.
oh, I
Joel
don't-
L. Hurley.
I can't. I don't remember his name.
Dude, it has to be him. I look into the makeup is so good too. Like for him.
Yeah. It looks good. Like the movie looks really good. Like the everything as far as like the set. There's really cool set pieces in that movie. There's it's stylized really cool. It looks really cool. I think it's just it's gonna end up a Halloween classic.
Doug will never know. He was going to miss out on a Halloween.
You won't even watch Pearl, so if you won't go watch Pearl, I'm not going to go watch.
Timmer, are you
This.
talking about what is it? The Hidden reminds you of a Charlie Band joint? Is that what you're talking about? Speaking of Charlie Band, I just started his.
Jackie Earl Haley.
Oh, okay. Speaking of Charlie Band, I just started reading his like memoir. It's called something of a puppet master or something like that. Confessions of a Puppet Master.
That's cool.
Yeah, so pretty
I know
excited
that
about
was
it.
him. I know that was him. Jackie Earl Haley.
Charlie Band.
What else? I want to hear what else you got.
I watched Near Dark, which is the first time I'd seen that movie.
It's a good one.
Yeah, it's fun. Little like it's I don't know, yeah, it's good. It's good.
It's a western.
Yeah, kind of like sleazy. I can definitely see where like I feel like maybe they took some, like a page out of that from Dusk Till Dawn when they did the screenplay for that one, which I'd have to say I think From Dusk Till Dawn might be my favorite vampire movie. And then it was my first viewing of both the original Frankenstein and Dracula, which I thought were great. Also, what's crazy is I didn't even realize. I mean, obviously, how many movies Jamie Lee Curtis was in that
Oh, yeah.
3-year span of time. Or
Yeah, it was
whatever.
crazy.
She was in everything.
Yeah, I didn't even. I'm like, holy shit, she is in everything. It's like Prom Night, obviously Halloween.
Terror Train.
Road Games, Terror Train. There's probably more we're forgetting. Someone will say here. Monsters Running a Full Moon. Oh yeah, okay, so yeah, that one. Yeah, that was definitely like the Charlie Band kind of style. Yeah, Full Moon Features type thing. Corona Zombies.
Corona Zombies.
Yeah, he did that like immediately. Like I haven't seen it, but yeah, he released it right as lockdown was happening, or they finished filming it. But yeah, she's in something else too. I don't know. Oh, Halloween 2, obviously.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see the new Halloween. Actually,
Yeah, Kills. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Ends.
Sorry.
They still haven't released a. I mean, I hope they don't. A proper trailer. Did they release a proper
I
trailer?
haven't watched any trailers from it.
There's a trailer for it out,
But it doesn't
but
show
it's
much
not.
at all.
It doesn't show much. It's
Everybody's what's gonna happen?
it's
What do
like
you think's gonna
her.
happen?
It's like her saying, "I'm gonna kill him," and like it shows like him walking to the house and her like pointing a gun straight at him. Which I mean, like,
And then him stabbing somebody.
well, it
picking
does.
him up.
It does show him like pin someone to the wall. And then, but I mean, he was shot like fucking 30 times by that mob of people in the last one. And he just got up and killed them all. So like, guns aren't gonna work.
They de-aged her, and the ending is going to be her waking up in the mental hospital, and she's been all crazy all
The
this
whole time, and she was hallucinating the whole time.
That would actually be funny if they CGI'd her back to like,
Back to 1970.
1970s.
That's what I'm throwing out, because people were throwing all this shit. He's a fucking ghost. He's a demon. I'm like, it's going to be her de-aged, being in a.
Yeah, it's gonna be like a Peggy Sue Got Married situation.
Yeah,
Well,
that would be awesome.
Halloween 3 is still my favorite.
Yes.
Dude, I love Season of the Witch.
Season of the Witch
that
is
shit
the
gets-
best.
That's
so
what our.
much
Did you
hate.
notice? That's what our like countdown timer, the drawing.
Yeah,
is
no,
on it.
yeah. It's my favorite of the Halloween series, and I wish they would have continued to like go based off that. Like each one was a different,
Like the
how
anthology,
the
yeah.
anthology.
Well,
I mean,
it-
it's fucking awesome.
They should have. Well, they should have. They would have had to done Halloween 3 as Halloween 2 if he wanted. But it was a money grab. It was like, we got to bring him back. It's a money grab, even though his original idea was to do an anthology.
Fuck yeah,
Even though,
Tommy Lee Wallace.
yeah, the original was to, was to do that. He, after doing a second one with Michael Myers, it just cemented it.
By the way, what what always blew me away in Halloween 2 is when it's at the beginning when the cops just like violently hit that kid who they think is Michael Myers, and he like blows up in flames, and it's like not mentioned ever throughout the movie. They just like the cops like murdered
Destroy somebody.
They just like murdered this kid trick or treating, and it's just like kind of brushed under the rug.
Is it in part one
Just like
where
real life.
I had no idea? I just found out. I mean, it's been a little bit when I found out. Was it in part one where fucking Michael Myers is driving the car?
Yeah, he's driving the station wagon.
Yeah,
and he's
And
following.
you can't see. You really don't notice it.
Mm-hmm.
But if you stop and you zoom in and you look, he's fucking behind the car in the mask.
I mean, he's supposed to have been in a mental institution since he was like a kid, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he knows how to drive smooth as fuck.
Yeah, he has his blinker on and everything.
He's using proper
But if you
driving
notice while he's
etiquette.
driving, it's not raining and his windshield wipers are on.
Well, they might have had a driver's education class in
They might.
in the
Because
the
what happens
home.
if they escape?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you
this
might-
is something we bring. Yeah, they bring.
You
back
might
now.
get out at some point, and you're gonna need to know how to drive.
But
They probably teach them job skills, driving.
Have you been in a mental hospital since you were fucking a baby? I don't think they're gonna let you out.
yeah.
A
But-
fucking
Possibly.
baby.
But yeah, I mean, I can't like stress how much I think Halloween 3 is the fucking shit. It's got sci-fi elements. It's culty. It's great. It's got Tom Atkins.
It's all
Yeah.
around.
Just
Who's also a maniac cop.
Yeah, who's a maniac cop.
I'm trying to see.
Who's
if
being
I
like
have,
a total like.
I know I have. I think I have Maniac, the first Maniac Cop on DVD. The sleazy plastic DVD one
Yeah,
that
the greasy.
I had it. Yeah, it was, every time I go get it to watch it, there's grease on it, and I'm like, why is it all greasy? It's just weird.
There's a scene at the beginning of Maniac Cop where the girl, it's like the very beginning where the girl's like walking out of the bar and she gets like mugged, or she's getting mugged by these two guys, and then she, like, in the middle of her mugging because they're trying to steal her purse, she goes, "I worked hard for this." Like, that's like, it's very clearly like ADR, because it's like, you know, the pitch is like higher than because they cut in the shot. She's like, "I worked hard for this." It's hilarious.
That's
We
great.
bought it at Woolworths.
Is there anything else you guys got about Maniac, or should we wrap this up?
I think I think
I think that about does it.
that about wraps it up.
Time to go jump in the creek now.
Jump in the creek. Man, I can't wait. I'm gonna go home talking about Ass Blaster 3.
You
Can't
gotta
wait to
poop?
go check it out.
You're the one talking about Ass Blaster 3.
You are the ones that started it.
I did not talk about that.
Jimmy
I
Neutron
like
over there
Mario
talking about
bitches.
Barrio bitches.
3.
The Return of Jorge.
Busters 3, Season of the Squirt.
Oh.
It's a good one.
That one's
Jamie,
a
can you
good
pull
one.
up our
Criminally underrated.
Can you pull up our
Like the hidden.
upcoming, please? So that's what we got coming up tomorrow night. Cabin in the Woods. I actually saw on your list. You saw Dead and Buried. That was supposed to be last night, but we struck it because we talked about Barbarian instead.
Dead and Buried is really good. I liked it a lot. It's very like EC Comics kind of like vibe, creep show, like, you know, this. I think it was filmed on the West Coast or something, but
Yeah, see, we got
East Coast.
we've got the Changeling coming up in 2 days,
Awesome.
right after the
Have you
Boneyard.
seen the Boneyard?
Boneyard, the Boneyard. What?
Poodle
Really
Poodle horror.
underrated poodle
horror.
poodle horror.
I don't know. Let me look it up. Maybe I have. Let me see.
Poodle horror.
If it's poodle horror, it's not ringing a bell. It's probably not.
Yeah, see, Timmer's more. That's more my speed. I'm more into the food, not the video.
I have not seen this. This looks fucking wild. Wow, this looks amazing.
And then
It's great, dude.
I have it on my watch list now.
how about
amazing.
Freaky?
Freaky?
It's like a Freaky Friday, but with Vince Vaughn.
2020.
Yeah,
It's fucking great, dude.
dude, I
feel like I've
thought
seen
it was gonna be.
the early Vince Vaughn movie.
I thought it was gonna be super cheesy, but
Oh
it's
no,
really
I haven't
good.
seen this.
It's good, dude.
Yeah, it's good.
It's streaming on Hulu, right?
Yeah, and then
Hulu.
Reanimator, of course.
Hulu.
Voodoo.
28 days
Reanimator,
later,
28 days later. The Entity.
The Entity,
Ooh, have you seen that one?
Ghost Sex,
Yeah, let's see.
Based on a true story.
Ghost Rape.
But they worked it out. I mean, I want to save it for their stream, but they worked it out and they eventually got married.
2012 release?
No.
No?
Did they remake it?
I don't know, not that I know of.
They'd probably
When
ruin
was
it.
it? When was it? Oh, 82?
Yeah,
No, I've never seen this movie.
Dude, it's creepy as fuck, dude.
Cool. I will add it to the watch list.
I actually have it in my backpack. I'm going to go home and watch it.
Oh, do you really? Okay, well, I think that's probably it then. We got all that stuff coming up.
I know.
Ass Blasters,
And,
sponsor by Taco Bell. Yeah, it's a good one.
See, Timmer Entity is intense. It is.
Yeah,
Yeah, so if you want to come on any other ones,
yeah.
like
Let's
you know
look
your
at
stuff,
the,
and I like that. I like
look up the.
I like how you know the catalog of
Were you
Ghostbusters.
doing Garth Brooks?
I like that.
He's like, and I like that.
Look up the. Just look up our. Or I actually have a calendar that has everything on it. I'll give you a copy of
I
it.
definitely would want to. I'll do another one that I haven't seen, which would be cool. Entity, or is this the rest? This is the rest of no, it's not the rest of the month.
Yeah.
It was only like 6
No,
days.
that's
Yeah.
it's only
Or
going out
a
6
week
days.
coming up.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'll check them out. And
Okay.
yeah, I would love to come on again. Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think thanks everybody for coming by. Timmer, good night. Thanks for
everybody
thanks
that
for
came out-
interjecting so much.
Came out to see us.
Yeah.
Until tomorrow, tune in and
Hey, thanks, Jamie.
tune
appreciate
in
it.
and talk shit.
Yep. See you guys later.
Thanks, guys.
Ass Blaster.